What's going on? It's Justeeni here. A little bit ago, I don't remember exactly how long ago, it was like a couple weeks. I uploaded a video where I played against the best Cymanti player of all time. Not clickbait. No, it's like actually not clickbait. I played against the best Cymanti player of today. And yeah, I decided to eventually finish the set, so we played 10 games in total. And the final result was 8-2 in Cymanti's favor. So all the games were Imperious. I hosted half of the games. He hosted half of the games. They're all 24-hour. And yeah, I'm going to show you one of the games. I did show like one of the games that I won earlier. So here's one that I didn't win. And you're going to just see it's crazy. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this really. We get a very early meet, so it's going to be one of these games. And this works really well in my favor because I can get the early riding, knock him off the village, and keep it for myself. So I'm doing really well so far, actually. Get the Explorer. And it doesn't go backwards. It actually reveals the capital. Shaman is off exploring. No fungi. Well, I can't see the fungi, actually, so I can't say that there's no fungi. There's a lot of fungi on the capital. But this is looking great for me so far. I've cut off the opponent to a very small area, and I have riders for defense. The centipede is already going to be arriving. I have roads, though. If I can get a bunch of riders, right, those work against centipedes. Again, I have a decent amount of experience in this matchup now, so I feel like I kind of know what I'm doing. But yeah, gonna build up some units. Not gonna get the level 3 yet because I need the units. Now climbing, Park of Fortune down, I get a pretty bad Explorer Ruin. Like, really not great. But yeah, going for roads, developing. And I have my defense set up. But this is already quite sketchy. Just walking in and getting archery. I did not play around the possibility of archery. But this is one of the things with Cymanti that this is a kind of recent strategy for Cymanti to go for Faichi. Again, I made some videos on it, but Faichis are kind of insane. And so I need to pull off this defense, which I do. I have to unsiege with the warrior, though, which means a very unfortunate... yeah. Siege is going to happen, and with the defense boosted segment, it's not great, but I have a lot of riders, and it is going to be very, very useful. Weaken the segment head, or the centipede head. Instead of going for the segment, they can sacrifice their head if they want to, but I don't know why they do that when they're just going to capture the village. But I'm expanding really nicely. So far, so good. Getting a giant. And with the Grand Bazaar Park of Fortune, I should be able to get the city back. Like, all they have is Faichi and this very weak centipede. My rider does unfortunately die, but I do take out the Faichi in return. So it's not all bad. Now climbing. I can take out the segment and just play very aggressively. Their centipede is toast. And yeah, they go with the sacrifice, but now I can take out their centipede. So I'm getting the city back. And again, this is their capital. So I'm going to be able to get a lot of pressure. I go for hunting. It's going to help me develop and go towards archery. They have 2 mantises or mantis? Manti? I think it's mantises. I think someone corrected me one time. But yeah, I go for archery. You know, the defense bonus is useful, you know, because poison doesn't remove it anymore. And the archers are going to be nice to break through the Faichi and hexapods, potentially. But I have 2 giants to 0 centipedes. So I'm just going to pressure and really hope for the best here. But I mean, this should be really good. I've got the giants, I've got the archers. I've got a lot of units. I'm even expanding here down south. getting another giant. Not going for parks this time because I need to play very aggressively. Which, yeah, usually not advisable against Cymanti, but in this case, I kind of need to do it. But it's working out pretty nicely. I'm threatening their capital, and, you know, if they don't have an immediate solution for that, they lose their capital. Their shaman's also under threat. Can take out the Faichi, so now they cannot poison this unless they have a Faichi out there, but they have been expanding with their Faichi in the west. And managing to clutch up. Shaman is still holding things together. I've got my archers, though. I'm expanding here, still in the south, going towards the west. But I just don't have the win. Like, not yet, at least. There's a Faichi there. My giant's getting poisoned soon. I've got a Juggernaut in the water. And I'm spamming all these units. I'm hoping just eventually I can get an opening, siege the capital, win the game. But now with the segment on defense, Shaman moving back. I get a resource ruin, which is really useful here. And I'm trading these units down. I go for the siege. It's going to be a costly defense, and then I can get the second siege going. And this giant, they'll have to poison. But sure enough, there's the defense. And they are forcing me to use my Juggernaut here to go in the south. And now the Dumux are here, and it's starting to look pretty bad. Like, this defense is kind of insane. But this is annoying, and I get Chivalry. If I can take out this Shaman and, like, the Hexapods behind, I just win the game on the spot. Because, again, this pressure on the capital will just be too much. So I go for the Knights. Maybe I can force the chain. The Dumux can go in, explode, and just barely able to unsiege. Shaman moves back. And this terrain actually gets in the way. It prevents any chains. So all of their units are safe. I'm finally able to capture the city here. I go for strategy, potential for cloaks, and for some naval control. I have my knights going up. And I can get a nice explorer. Doesn't give me Eye of God, but gives me vision so my archers can be useful. And I have a threat here. I don't know how many people will find this idea, but I actually am threatening to chain their back line. And you might be wondering, well, how is that even possible? They have all these forests in the way. There's no way to reach their back line. Except there actually is a way to barely reach the back line here. And again, I don't know how many people would see this, even in a 24-hour game. This is a very sneaky idea. But my idea is to place a bridge here. And if there's any units, I'm going to use a different color. If there's any units over here, it gets chained. I guess a unit here would get chained anyway, but yeah, any units here that's giving me a chain, and the pressure on the capital will just be too much. Like, look at how many units I have. I have so many units. This should surely be winning. Like, he's backed into a corner. I've got these knights approaching. This should spell disaster. But this is not only showing some of the clutch elements of Cymanti defense, but also how insanely good at the game Davi is, because I feel like most Cymanti players would not be able to hold this. Like, this is not an easy defense, but sure enough, he recognizes the chain. And I just don't have a winning attack here. I actually just do not have anything. Like, I can keep continuing to pressure. I'm throwing the defenders out. And just one misplay from Davi would spell GG's. Just one chain, and I win. But he's able to kill my units, clean up, take care of everything. This hexapod moves up because it cannot move backwards. Again, keep in mind, you have to be super careful. Many people might just put the hexapod back there. Oh, that's the wrong. thick. But yeah, most people just move the hexapod back. Big mistake. I chain, they lose. So again, like you have to be razor sharp here, but again, really, really insane recognition of what's going on here. And I'm trying to pressure, trying to get these sieges going, but the Dumux are gonna slowly be built up on defense. The Faichi here are also preventing my Giant from attacking, and this Knight from chaining, which yeah, have to play around the chain here despite all these Faichi. Now there's Dumux here as well, and unfortunately I am just down a city and a bit of stop return kind of as a result of that. I get a bit of a chain here, chaining 3 units. But it's just not enough. And I can build up units, but in this kind of build-up race, I'm at a huge disadvantage. I go try to control naval maybe. Maybe I can accomplish something. Maybe I should have gone Diplo. Who knows? But with the Dumux doing their thing, and this defense with the Faichi and Hexapod combination, yeah, the Hexapods aren't even dying from retaliation to the defenders because poison is just that good, I guess. Dumux here, and this is really bad for me because this Dumux means that they can start to attack me now, which is really bad because if I'm not attacking and constantly pressuring, I lose. And also, look at this, by the way. I can actually place a bridge here and chain. But this is still being played around, allowing this chain of 2 and just saying, well, yeah, you can hit my Dumux or Mantis, but it's not going to matter. You traded a Knight, placed a bridge. That's not worth it. Like, again, this is just insane. Like, I still haven't gotten a chain here. Look at these veteran hexapods. This one's at 2 out of 3, about to promote. It's at 1 HP, so without any mycelium, it's kind of tricky to heal them, but using veterancy does the job, I guess. Just, what the heck? Like, I'm clearly outclassed here. I go for this chain anyway, just, again, because I need to pressure as much as possible. Unfortunately, it will be in vain. I'm getting defenders up, but with this Dumux and Centipede pressure here as well, it's looking pretty rough. Unsieges with Faichi, and then that Hexapod goes, becomes a veteran as well. Dumux walks in. Lots of damage being done here. Able to kill the archer just barely. Places the algae, and just leaves the Dumux there, forcing me to use my units to kill the Dumux, which means I can't pressure anymore. And so I just resigned. Just again, at first I thought I had this game in the bag, like after I retook the city and I'm pressuring the capital, but I just never had a winning attack. And again, this required some Saimanti shenanigans alongside probably one of the most precise defenses I've ever seen in my entire life. So again, huge shout out to Davi for playing these games with me and for absolutely kicking my butt. But yeah, I'll have all of the games in the description. Some of them are version 119 because it took a while for us to finally do these. But yeah, it'll be 10 games. You can look at them if you're a Saimanti player learning how to get good at the game. There's a lot of useful things that you can take away. I will have like some notes, like 8-2 sounds really good, but there's probably a bit of skill diff, like Davi's kind of insane at the game. And there's a bit of tribe diff. Saimanti's definitely better than Imperius on normal lakes. Imperius is not the best tribe, like, at all for normal lakes. Like, they're closer to average than the best. Like, Hoodrick, Imo, even, like, Chinchi. Zabasi's definitely better. There's a few other options that I'm forgetting. I feel like in this matchup in particular, Illyrian would also be a good choice. Like, if you want to see like those kinds of matchups against Davi, let me know, because that would actually be... I might just do those anyway, to be honest. You know, how to beat Saimanti once and for all. But yeah, Saimanti do be kind of good though. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub, and have a good one.